Hello students, myself TP Pradeepa, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. In this video, we are going to learn about some basic and important concepts of operating systems. Topics to be covered in this video: what is an operating system, computer system structure, functions of an operating system structure, and types of an operating systems. Next, what is an operating system? An operating system is a software. It acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware. What are the goals of an operating system? The operating system executes the user program efficiently, and it makes us use the system very efficient manner and convenient to use. Next, computer system structure or components of the computer system. There are four components, that are hardware, operating system, application programs, and users. Hardware, it provides the computing resources like CPU, memory, and I/O devices. Operating system, it controls and coordinates the use of hardware among various application programs and users. Application programs is the program to solve the computing problems of the users like word processor, compilers, web browsers, and database systems. Users, user may be a people, machine, or other computer. Operating system views. The views of an operating systems are resource allocator and control programs. As the resource allocator, the operating system manages all the resources and use the resources in efficient manner. As a control program, the operating system controls the execution of the programs and prevent the errors and improper use of the computer. Functions of an operating system. The operating system has more functions like memory management, device management, processor management, security management, error reduction, job accounting, and file management. Memory management. The operating system allocates a memory to a process when the process requests it and deallocates a memory when the process has terminated or it is performing an I/O operation. Device management. The operating system decides which process gets access to a certain device and how long it will be used, and it allocates the devices in an effective and efficient way and deallocates the devices when they are no longer needed. Processor management. The operating system allocates a CPU, that is processor, to a process, and it also deallocates the processor when the process is no more need. The next, security. The operating system uses password protection to protect user data and similar other techniques. It also prevents unauthorized access to programs and user data. Job accounting. The operating system keeps track of time and resources used by various tasks and users. This information can be used to track resource usage for a particular user or group of users. Error detection. Operating system constantly monitors the system to detect the errors and avoid the malfunctioning of computer system. It also coordinates between the software and the users. File management. The operating system organized the file into a directories for efficient and easy navigation and usage. These directories may contain other directories and other files. The operating system carries out of the following file managing activities. It also keeps track of where information is stored and which user want to access the files, and these facilities are collectively known as the file system. Operating system structure. A structure of an operating system determines how it has been designed and how it functions. The number of ways to design a new structure of an operating system. Some are simple structure and layered approach. Simple structure, it is started as a small, simple and limited systems. It is the example of an simple structure is MS-DOS. This is written to provide the most functionalities in the least space. In this, the space is not divided into modules. Although MS-DOS has some structure, its interfaces and levels of functionalities are not well separated. Layered approach. In this approach, the operating system is split into various layers and each of the layers has different functionalities. Layering provides different advantages in an operating system. All the layers can be defined separately and interact with each other as need. Also, it is easier to create, maintain and update the system. If it is not in the form of the layers, change in one layer specification does not affect the rest of the layers. Each of the layers in the operating system can only interact with the layers that are above and below it. The lowest layer handles the hardware and the uppermost layer deals with the user applications. Next topic is type of an operating system. There are most widely used types of operating systems are simple batch system, multi-programming batch system, multiprocessor system, distributed operating system, real-time operating system and more. Simple batch system. In this type of system, there is no direct interaction between the user and the computer. Each user prepare his job on an offline device like a punch cards and then submit the job to the computer operator. Then the special program, the monitor manages the execution of the each program in a batch. To speed up the processing, jobs with the similar needs are batched together and run as a group. Multi-programming batch system. Multi-programming is a technique to execute number of programs by a single processor. In multi-programming, number of processes reside in main memory at a time. The OS picks and begins to execute one of the jobs in main memory. If any IO devices wait happened in a process, then CPU switches from the job to another job. If several jobs are ready to run at the same time, then the system chooses which one to be run. Multiprocessor system. Single processor system have only one CPU. However, in multiprocessor system, we have more than one processor. These systems are also known as parallel systems or tightly coupled systems. This multiprocessor system share computer bus, memory and operating system and other peripheral devices. It is called parallel system because number of processors are executing their jobs in parallel. Distributed operating system. This distributed operating systems are the OS for a network of autonomous computer connected by a communication networks and follows the message passing mechanism. In this system, processor cannot share memory or clock. Each processor has its own local memory. The processor communicate with one another through various communication lines such as high-speed bus. Real-time operating system. Real-time systems are defined as those systems in which the correctness of the system depends not only the local result produced, but also the time at which the result produced. User convenience and resource utilizations are secondary concern of these systems. Real-time systems have many events that must be accepted and processed in short time or within certain deadlines. Some applications of real-time operating systems are rocket launching, flight control, robotics, telephone switching equipment. There are two types of real-time systems: hard real-time system, soft real-time systems. That's all about basics of operating system. Thank you.